Alright, here we got some of the egg things I'm working on. I have parchment paper here. What I did was I just put some PVA, I glued the eggs to the parchment paper, and then I covered the eggs in a layer of watered down PVA, let it dry. I did that a couple of times just to give it a little bit of a plasticized shell around these eggs. And by the end of it all, I end up with something like this. If you look at the bottom, it's not glued onto anything. You could remove it from the parchment paper and you get a nice little thing here. Now, I did that to have a tiny little bit of flexibility, hopefully. But ultimately what I want to do is I'm thinking about taking some of that Oyamaru or Instamold and making a press mold of these egg batches so that I could reproduce these different batches of eggs to speed up the process and just put massive amounts of eggs on that massive spider. So I have a few different types of egg batches here, different sizes, different clusters. They peel right off. You have a little bit of the PVA on the outside. This PVA is, you could rip it off or, you know, rip it off like that. Or just use some scissors. It's really easily trimmed. It's so thin. It's very easily trimmed, so you get a nice tight cluster of eggs. Next, I pull this one off. See, everything's glued in there nice. Again, quick trimming, no big deal. So let me just peel all these off. These got attached. I made like 65, 75 eggs, and I didn't even use all of them to make these clusters. I used a good amount, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different clusters of varying sizes should be enough to make molds out of. And if you look, you know, once some trimming work is done, I can start to figure out how to put them together so I can make larger batches. And just say, you know, there's a large cluster of eggs. Eggs, eggs, wonderful eggs. I decided to skip the mold making, save for different tutorials. But it's real easy between waiting. When you're waiting for things to dry, that time in between, you could just roll up some eggs. That's what I meant to say. Now what I'm doing to make these clusters is I'm taking some wax paper, I'm just glopping down some PVA and placing the eggs in patterns that I see fit. Then I'm going to let them dry and apply them to the base and the spider as I see fit later on. This allows me to make some patterns, and when I pull it off, excuse me, when I pull it off of the wax paper, there's nothing underneath it, and it makes for a very, very easy cleanup if I need any cleanup at all, as the PVA, the thin areas of PVA can just snap off. So that when I apply it to the base, I don't have to worry about hiding any cardstock and whatnot. So that's how I'm doing my eggs.